Gather round, gather round.
This is not an encounter I'd foreseen.
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. Ah, 'tis obvious, no? I am an agent, of a sort. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over, now you found me out. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with then.
If our destination is...
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. You there! Halt!
Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then. Report to me if aught catches your eye.
Yes, sir! It'll do you no good letting me rot in here, you know. Another agent will be on you afore long.
Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
Perhaps I'll seek out a town of which to visit.
Well met, sir.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
Oh, what does this say?
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated. Aye, got some coin to spare... What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by...
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Should my tale entertain you?
Nay, even if it shouldn't,
I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as, "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom. But in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero dispense to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
Well met, son. How might I be of service to you?
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Always a pleasure.
How might I be of service?
Welcome to Bjorn's Armour, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the Pope to see you again.
Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace.
Why is
Welcome.
everyone always
Perhaps you might provide me with some inspiration.
Can't put a price.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when...
We must rest. Though the sun...
"'Twas a chimera I was tasked with battling. A ferocious and terrible beast. I'm in no hurry to face one again."
Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Ready to forge on? I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I pray my efforts aid your cause.
The command of powerful magics is a sorcerer's privilege. Should you wish, I would gladly demonstrate. You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
At least I go knowing I fought to the best of my ability.
Shall we discuss tactics now or later?
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Some sleep or a comfy bedroll.
Where to now?
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Our soldiers need better training.
Here we are.
We shall await. You here, Master?
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
Wait, your equipment so long, I almost forgot why I came. Silence cultivates idleness is a luxury up at dawn, done by dusk. My stomach's growling. Time for an early supper. Fine place to collect my thoughts.
'Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
monsters reach nearer than e'er they dared before.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Kin Sven, where have you been, Your Grace?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee inform. If aught happens.
It is high time I received my invitation.
Whatever am I to do?
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
I've got to focus.
So
The shift's only just begun.
I'd kept just allowed her to put my feet at the moment.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
We may benefit from pursuing the information. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Barely lift.
It was a paltry repast, but I'm grateful to be fed.
Appreciated, cuz.
Only fools and urchins boast of their coin.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
Sure how much longer I can hold out.
It'll soon be home.
Oi, keep your distance.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
What to do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. Thank you ever so much, Arisen. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were.
All that fuss and nary a coin to show for it.
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
Right you are.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of... Well, take your time. You know where...
Come, I'll lead the way.
This isn't much to go on.
Unless I am mistaken, all we require is already in our possession. We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza, if Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain here more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I am able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, as we suspected, he was indeed an agent from Batal. When he learnt of Your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements. 'Tis a glad thing we captured him before matters escalated. As to how he learned Your Majesty's location with such ease, I intend to extract the answers from him anon. I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray, take this. 'Tis the least I can offer for Your Majesty's assistance.
So the agent was of Batal after all. 'Tis rather eerie that someone should be sent across the border to spy on you. Shall we seek out the young man from the other day? Follow me. We'll guide you to the location.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Hail, friend! Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
And I shan't resist.
Oh, I'm in fine today. I can't stomach places like this.
Now, where was I bound to do?
Somehow my feet always carry me.
I just tell
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
True enough. Shall we get some rest then?
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
It's too early for dinner.
this place is lovely. I might stay a while. Now, where was that
Puts me in the mood for a song.
Time to catch myself up on the talk around town.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears.
Hi. Faring well, I hope. Would you care to join me? I'd not say no to a bit of company. I was hoping you'd say that. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet here today. Intuition, I suppose. Say, you're not from round here, are you? Are you a traveller? Have you seen many places? How I envy you. This city is all I know. I long to learn more of the outside world, but Mother won't allow it. She's always telling me how dangerous it is beyond the palace walls. But that only makes me question her judgment all the more. After all, if the world truly is so perilous, what of the lives of our people? They must be fraught with uncertainty, subject to harsh conditions. It seems unfair that I alone should be shielded from that reality. But listen to me waffling on. Ah, I almost forgot. Here, I brought more of the money I owe you. I should have the remainder ready by our next meeting. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
I lament this.
The townspeople depend.
I've little enough gold to spend as tis.
Captain will have my head if I
Lots to
skip another
do,
patrol.
and precious little time.
Not good will come.
This ox cart's bound for Mel. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Oi there, friend. Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see, in case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
We need only deliver it to the intended recipient.
That's enough.
Fine.
Out of the car.
This will not go!
And over comes.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. I grant you roaring flame.
And the behemoth will soon topple.
A focused attack will end this foe. bet is to set it teetering, then wrench it to the ground.
Certainly worth a try.
I am well aware of Splendid.
This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and say...
This ox cart's bound for me.
Reckon you can do as you please, eh?
We're still in the fight!
What a bother.
That damn dragon! Hurry, everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
You go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are. You will share my desolation.
This village is my
You must regain your footing.
soon as we have hope to exploit it.
Strike! Now!
Let my magic strike elemental. Lipso is nigh unstoppable when it's strong. I must do what I can to prevent it from losing its temper.
How are we meant to attack it without anger? Stay with me.
What use is my training now? Might as well lay down my arms and pray.
Show yourself! "'Twas a lesson in determination. Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to the village. Everyone is concerned for you.
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget this. Thank you. Truly.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, where it's possible.
We have aught we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
True enough.
Even after a day of rest. What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhaps it's time I went looking for him.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way, but what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I'd thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit laborant ourselves, or simply purchase them at Runa's apothecary here in Melv.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roborant, are we? Always a pleasure.
We have obtained that which Miss Flora requested. Shall we go and deliver it to her?
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit, Rob? Oh, so this... I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be
I end up feeling...
We're to see this letter to Sir Leonard in Melve. Shall we board the ox cart as directed? Master. If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Here we are.
My bed, please. And I shan't resist.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. Sigurd, you're the current Arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I have. 'Tis a style all my own. A patchwork of techniques, honed for the sole purpose of slaying the dragon.
In relation to that, oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
Aught I can do for you?
We're saved. I haven't the words to thank you. I doubt we would have pulled through if not for you.
These old bones.
Good day to you.
This is just what I needed.
We're to see this letter to Sir Leonard in Melve. Shall we board the ox cart as directed, Master? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
We've naught to discuss.
The other day, I espied an elf, of all things. Seems they've a village.
Some time past, he was tall, and rather handsome, I tell you. Whether we speak the same tongue or not, there's said to be an elven village someplace deep in the mountains.
I'd never leave. What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few. We're to see this letter to Sir Leonard in Melve. Shall we board the ox cart as directed, Master? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
The sky always puts me in a contemplative
Some call it cultured, I call it dull.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
When does my watch end?
Twould seem we have aught we need to hand.
Here at the inn, we also offer change. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
You ought to have returned by now.
Over here, if you please.
Here at the inn, we also... I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough of... At me. Did you need something? Always a pleasure. All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Follow along at your own pace, Master. I shan't leave you behind.
Got to fix this up proper.
Mayhap, 'tis time I laid down my bed calls, and I shan't resist.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavour to survive every battle by way of sound. We're to see this letter to Sir Leonard in Melve. Shall we board the ox cart as direct? We're to see this letter to Sir Leonard in Melve. Shall we board the ox cart as directed, Master? I take it you've some business with this person.
Wasn't sure we'd survive that, but here we are. My thanks for your efforts. Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? 'Tis a fair way you've come, then. My thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
We'd best report back.
That Lady Margaret's a kindly sort. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
stuck to the passenger.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early.
A long road lies ahead. 'Twould behoove us to employ an ox cart, if you'll pardon the expression.
Indeed, you are correct.
This ox cart's bound for Vernwell. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Pray, follow me.
We've arrived.
Living's hard.
Ah, here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble.
Mayhap we can employ a cart.
Ah, you've returned. How did you fare on the journey to Melve? Splendid! You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few monsters. You've certainly earned a reward, my friend. Here you are.
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
Right you are.
We have arrived.
Got any tales to liven up?
Actually, look at my wares.
Hoy, friend! Have you any time for me today? I dare say we're overdue another talk. There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets, and I wanted to share it with you. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, 'twas a revelation. For it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with courage. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be wheeled about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other, though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
Right you are.
It seems you must attend the palace masquerade if you're to meet the one who would falsely claim your title. Shall we make for Vernworth Palace?
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
Something smells divine.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Idiot!
Wolves, master!
fire will prove effective against this foe. I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
Oi!
Life's supposed to take
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent? And an important personage, you mean?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
Very dull.
With a ferry stone in hand, we can travel wheresoever we please.
'Tis not an item to be squandered.
But not at the expense of my duty.
Wonder if anyone will notice if I stay here a bit.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a
When
baker.
does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead. Come, we've much to be getting.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
It appears night has fallen while we slept. Shall we check our packs and be off?
A new day. A new perspective.
Got to try to enjoy it.
Best head
could use a rest.
Now here's a welcome sight.
When does my watch end?
I hope I've not left autumn done.
Not much to do.
Not a single heavy post.
Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen, I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
Fine wares all.
Places such as this.
Interested in my wares?
I suppose I'm tired. It's so hard. I think I've earned it.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
It seems we must part.
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me!
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
It ought to be said, peace and more time than I know how to spend.
I hope the weather holds.
Idleness
A fine
is a
place to
luxury
sit and
I can
gather
rarely
one's
afford.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. I must earn the people's faith.
Once the day's work is done, I only pray my
It's a
watch
waste of
finishes
time.
without
No
incident.
one's listening.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
What was I supposed to do? I've clean forgotten.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
Still, I suppose there's not much to worry about. It's not as if we let thieves wander around the palace.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
But surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, my lady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, my lady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is neither the time nor the place for it.
This armor's seen better days.
Couldn't hurt.
Somehow my feet
Dare say
always
I
carry
could forget
me
all
here.
my troubles here.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
Polish up my gear for tomorrow.
Naught ruins your day, like getting cut open.
You looking to join? Don't bother.
I'm not going for this.
I'm unsure how best to proceed.
You have no right.
I'm surrounded by wind on all sides.
I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance.
I do not believe you have a right to...
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baby.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Jesus arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Disa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
The magistrate seeks a place to quench his thirst for knowledge. Where might we find one, I wonder?
There was a place fitting that description within the slums, as I recall.
Ah, now I understand.
I'm sorry.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
What are you whispering at me now? I dread to think.
This place now fails to calm my spirit.
Can't we make our own?
Arms!
Let me get that.
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey. My prayers will surely be
Arms! Arms for the poor! Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile up. Well met, Sir Arisen. Many thanks. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
What we need now is information. The question is, where to find it?
Right you are.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
Over here, if you would. Allow me to lead the way. I can take...
Mal, just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
didn't sleep a wink last night. Feels eerie with no one about.
I pray this harvest
Got a
is
crack
all
up your
I ask
skull
for.
if you want to be topped off. Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
We have found a material.
I can't stay here.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
What they're whispering of me now.
We shall remain here.
So tired. Just about anyway.
Everyone's as tired as I am, seems like. Little. This is bad.
Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here.
I didn't sleep a wink last night.
Over here, if you please.
I've a terrible itch. I hope
Health is just another way to save your own skin.
I never should have come here.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
This year's crops are
Almost
almost
ready to put out on content.
Interested in my wares?
I'm dead on my feet, but I've much to do yet.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
I'm in
Wish
fine
I'd been
fettle
born a
today.
nobleman, son.
Must have taken a wrong turn.
Well met! This here's the sanctuary of tipplers and merrymakers alike. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world of ours is best met with stiff drinks and cheer. Well met! I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of... Impressive!
Almost wish aught would happen to shake things up.
Where's my comb? My fur's in a right state. I've naught to say to you.
I never should have got myself what I can while I'm in town.
Anything could be lurking here.
I wonder what it was Malcolm found. Treasure?
Anything's better than this. Even the grave. Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard anyhow. Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen over in the tavern about 6 months ago. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen takes the crown here in Vermund, after all. A fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith. Good luck to you. Sets my thoughts on how parts this place.
Always got to be in the thick of things, mate.
Can't we make our own way?
Mayhap I'll treat myself to
I need not strive for the world. This harvest is a plentiful one, same as the one at home.
A calm air after sundown. There's no hope left for...
It'll soon be home.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
I'll gladly stay a while.
Invited yourself into my...
I'd sooner stay out.
Their nobles do nothing but guzzle.
Hi, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Well, take your time. You know.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
What would you ask of me?
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just life.
This is a place of prayer.
Is there aught I can assist you with?
Suppose you're all right.
Do not approach me.
Please, sir, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring those vaults. Please, sir, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring those vaults.
I know so little of this world, and of myself.
Tis my duty to devote my life.
The heavens have forsaken.
Not much going on.
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these, if 'tis to be of use.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
Time to be heading home.
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
I'm in it now.
Consort it all!
I grant you roaring flame.
This?
Soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
That's it. I've had enough.
Huh? Thanks, I suppose.
I'm not seasoned enough for this. Steel yourself. I'm counting on you.
I'm unsure how best to proceed.
I know you're made of sterner stuff than that.
You have no right. You have no right. Whoa.
What? Steel yourself, and we shall not fall here.
So, 'twas not to be. 'Tis no...
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set his sights on the Watchhead's missus. Still, however pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The Watchhead refused, and rightly so. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the Watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night. I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught's noble about him, if you ask me.
This hustle and bustle puts me right out.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side.
If ever you've need of an ear to listen.
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness spawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company should start showing signs of this sickness.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to see.
Well met, sir.
I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came.
Gleaming tired? Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook. Come on.
Always another
Nodding off there.
Oh, dear.
Some call it cultured. I call it
If it
dull.
were up to me, I'd never leave.
Unless we've business, you'd best leave me be.
So tired. Barely the vim to tie my boots.
What's the point? There's no way out of it.
Shall we get some rest then?
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting.